All right, night number 7, halfway home, and we are ready for more fun. 8:13 p.m. We're 2 minutes late, 8:15. So I apologize for my tardiness and starting the meeting. But Troy, no Will. Do you send him out just in time to have it be your night? What the heck?
I sent Will out or Will sent me?
Well, either way.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm having a hard time drinking anything tonight after last night.
Good man.
All right. Well, do you want me to go?
Absolutely. Okay. The floor is yours, my friend.
Well, I was pretty nervous about picking a bottle because I think a lot of you guys, I didn't want to let you down. But so I got to look around at my stuff, and I don't have anything I think is going to impress you. So I went with a sentimental bottle. This bourbon is what kind of got me started. It's the one on my first distillery visit, I tasted. I had never even heard of it before at that point, and it it let me know that there's some good stuff out there, and it really got me started down this rabbit hole. But so that's why I chose it. And then Corey, you'd also asked, or when you were telling us what to pick, something that we would want to share with if somebody came over last night or come over to our house. So if you were at my house, I don't know if you know anything about me, but I like the proof. So it'd be something strong. And so I went, this is Booker's.
Nice.
And this isn't the exact bottle because I don't have another one with the same vintage, but I think the one I sent is a 2016-06 No Hard Times.
Oh, awesome.
So it's 127 proof.
Sick. That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I guess I'll just go right into a toast, and then I'll be done talking. Yeah. So I started, once I got into the bourbon, I was kind of, being from Ohio, I don't have a lot of resources. I was trying to learn as much as I could, and was looking for a group to join locally that maybe I could, go to some functions and learn some things. And I wasn't able to find anything, but I did stumble upon this Facebook group, and got more than I could have hoped for out of a group. I've made a lot of friends, and now I'm part of this sort of dysfunctional family. And you guys are the reason my phone has been on silent for the past month, because it's dinging all the time. So thanks everybody for include me in this group, and Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas. Wouldn't be the same without you, Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, didn't you
I'm excited.
us with one of these in one of the group that we do with Dustin and Clint as well? Didn't you for that?
I don't know if I sent the Booker's. Clint sent
you sent it, Clint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Clint did, yeah.
I gotta speak up. When it was so funny when he was corresponding on what to send. He was just like that, so just tearing himself down. Like, I don't have anything. I'm so nervous. And then he sends this, and what the hell are you talking about?
This is amazing.
Well, this is no Blanton's Gold.
I'm new also, but I'm a huge Booker's fan, and this is the oldest one I've ever tried. So I was very excited to see this one. You know?
So this is only the second one I've ever tried. The first one came from Clint then, and I am
does not disappoint.
The batches that they released in 2016 were all phenomenal. I believe that was the same year as Center Cut. Or Center Cut
check.
May have been 15.
15, I think.
But it was that 2016, 2015. That's when, to me, Booker's was really, I mean, it's still great stuff, but they were really cranking out good batches. And that's when they decided, because of those 2 years, I feel like the demand, people going after those batches, is then they're like, we got to raise the price on this.
Yeah. 2015-03 is Center Cut.
The fact that these two, so this is the 1 year later batch, because this was 1603. Just, I don't know, it's such good stuff. And it, to me, is a similar analogy to like Thomas H. Handy for rye, where the it doesn't shine because of its age, but it shines because of the proof in the barrels that they're picking to make the batch. That it shows you that it's not always about the age. It's about picking the right honey barrels to go into a batch and make something really delicious. And that's what the Booker's batches always are to me, is just honey barrels that they pick, and they're always different in the batches. They taste different and just really, really tasty. So thank you, Troy, for sharing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sure.
Great.
I'd also like to point out that Troy always says he doesn't have anything to send, and then he drops the hammer.
He does. He does. He's a silent killer.
I think
Yeah.
that's maybe
Nothing
I didn't have
cool,
any
just
of
a
that.
2016
I said
vintage
Guado,
Bookers.
right?
No problem.
This is the second most shocking, maybe first most shocking thing that has been presented thus far. Is that it's like, oh, just no big deal. 4-year-old Bookers. So,
4-year-old Bookers. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it.
Love it, man.
Really
It's
good.
great. It's really great.
It is like diesel. I'm in love. It's
Oh,
thick,
yeah.
it's oily, it's dark.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing I can't get over, it's got the typical like the caramels and vanillas, but it's got like this dab of mint, like this evergreen mint towards the back that I love. It's really good, man. Thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
awesome.
And I'm honest, I had never even heard of Booker's. We were just at the tasting, they gave you 3 pours and then you got to pick the 4th. And you could just tell by the way they were talking, and they held it in high regard. So I'm like, oh, I'll try that. And it really opened my eyes. That's a cool glass.
I was trying to see if y'all could see just how many legs this thing has when he was talking about how oily it was.
oh yeah.
It's got like the most legs out of anything that we've poured thus far. Fantastic.
What's Nat say about it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I have a question, Nat, before Nat goes.
Uh-huh.
Is hazelnut in there?
Totally.
No.
Nope.
It's like when you give
I got,
it's like when the teacher goes like, okay, let's see
No,
what
I
someone
got-
smarter than you
very
had to say.
I got almond, but it might go towards marzipan. But yeah, the hazelnut. Yeah, totally. What? Sorry. Jason gets on me for that too. So on the nose, I got milk chocolate, almond or marzipan, and buttercream icing. And then on the taste, it was bright, and I got like pear poached and red wine, vanilla and caramel.
I protest because
Okay.
you said milk chocolate and a nuttiness, which is
That would be the
Nutella.
hazelnut, like that
That's
would be
true.
Nutella.
Right.
That would
which is
be
a hazelnut
hazelnut.
spread.
I'm gonna put that down. Totally.
It's like 3rd degree of separation there, Will. Love it.
Nutella. That's a great tasting note.
Mixed fruit jam.
Shut up. Punch you.
I'll
Shut
just-
your mouth.
I'll have to
They,
do a bunch of
they
games.
Southern Hemisphere fruit salad.
Oh, ambrosia.
I was making a joke, but yeah.
Now that you say that, I get the cherries and the whipped cream big time.
Sure. I actually had honey the entire time. Nose, palate, finish, all of it. Honey to me.
Yeah, I get just a little bit of the sweet on the nose, but I get the leathers and the peppercorn. I mean, it's man, it's all the deep dark flavors I like in a high proof whiskey.
No, spicy no keeping. I always like Booker's because Booker's is always ready to fight you, right? Like, and
Like teas.
Yep.
yeah, like it's high proof. It shows up ready to party. Like Booker's does not show up like, hey,
Where
maybe we
does
should
it
coast on in. It's like, hey, I showed up in a giant cool box. Let's do this. And
Booker's is ready to make an impression.
Yeah.
Just like Troy.
Yeah, I feel like this.
It's very
bourbon
Troy
represents me
appropriate.
a little bit.
Busted through a brick wall. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Congratulations.
how they're all
someone's getting punched. Let's go.
They don't focus on consistency necessarily. It's just it needs to be really freaking good.
I have a confession to make. I liked this stuff so good that I knew it was high proof, so I might have skimped enough to save the most out of any bottle that I did.
Oh, look at you! You
No way.
short poured us all, Newman.
Short poured. If I can save a quarter of an
short-poured
ounce per bottle, then that's gonna add up.
I'll admit it.
You know, a friend
You know,
of mine.
if anyone
had the same
deserves that,
bottle.
it's Jason.
I wouldn't blame you, bro.
I actually did drink a bottle of this, though. A friend of mine had one, and he's not a high proof guy, so he gave it to me. So I had gone through one of these before, so it was kind of coincidence that I also had one.
Man, Booker's used to be easily attainable on the shelf. You roll into a liquor store and buy Booker's. Like when the new batches came out, no problem. And man, over the last year, at least around these parts, I'm sure there's places where they still get a lot of it. It just doesn't show up the way that it used to. Not even close. So
We get a lot of it here.
we got to drive a little bit Kansas City area to go get it, and it's everywhere there. But the stores here just doesn't show up.
In our drawing the other night, they had a few errors in the sheet, but they had Booker's, the latest batch, the pigskin batch, in the drawing, which I thought was curious. But I'm wondering if there was an error, because they said the French oak, Old Charter French oak, it was actually the Chinkapin oak. So they were like right brand but wrong release.
Yeah.
But it said the pigskin batch, which is still the same MSRP, but for some reason they were selling it for, in all their prices are standard retail, so they don't raise it. So Weller 12, $49. You know, it's they had it priced at $250.
For pigskin?
So no one was buying it.
Yeah.
But then I was too frustrated with some other situations. But I wanted to be like, can you show me that and make sure it's not like
30th?
was a lie or
Yeah.
something? And so I may actually, because no one actually ended up buying them in the thing, because no one was gonna just for a standard release be like, oh, I'll drop $250.
Because I think the 30th was in that ballpark, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So,
and with everything else being retail, that would have been an oddity for them
That-
to overprice a Booker's.
definitely was the oddity. So especially, so I even like all the BTAC, $99. So
Will's going to saunter.
I'm gonna make a phone call when I go, or actually when I go pick up my stuff, and be like, hey, that Booker's pigskin batch, could you show it to me?
Yeah.
Does it have an all green label? Because if so, it needs to come home with me.
Right.
Yeah, they had 6 of them at the drawing I was at yesterday, and their sheet had it priced at 90, so $89.99.
That sounds right.
That's what I just paid at that ABC store in Alabama, was 89 or 85. I think it was 89.
Around Thanksgiving, they were everywhere in Kentucky when we were down there. Every store had pigskin.
I don't see that one. When I search my local, I see just Booker Straight 126 and Booker's Little Book Chapter 4, but they're both not that far away from me. So
I love Little Book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Chapter 4 is good.
This one came out in 2016 too.
Yeah, that's
the rye.
Yeah.
That'd be the one to get. Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I think a lot of ryes are better, but it's good. So 2016, in my opinion, was one of the worst years for whiskey. I'll just say it. But there were like 6 or 7 that were really good, and everything else was trash. That's just how I feel about it. But this was a good one.
Well,
man, Troy killed it, man.
Troy, well played. Tomorrow night, we will all be able to wager whether or not the call starts on time and how long it lasts, because it's Grease with the go tomorrow, 8:13. What's that?
I know what he sent, so I can toast for him in his as proxy. So
that would be so sad, though. That would be so sad.
It would be very sad. So we'll hope a Christmas miracle happens and everything falls into place. All right, Troy, this is glorious. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
7 for 7 on the buys.
That's right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Cheers.